Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all okay. I don't want to keep saying the same thing all the time, but guys, let's just get straight into it. I have seen so much discourse about friendships online, on TikTok, on YouTube, like just between my friends. Like, I think obviously as we're getting to our 30s, life is changing for a lot of us. So a question that comes up quite a lot is like, how do we make friends in our late 20s and in our early 30s? And I absolutely love this topic. I am such a advocate for this topic because, you know, back in the day, Drake used to be like, oh, like no new friends, and then everyone kind of adopted that idea. But absolutely not. I absolutely love making new friends, and I would say that I am quite good at it. I'm quite good at making new friends. I didn't say I'm good at keeping them. We're going to talk about that another time. But one thing I am good at is making new friends. So I thought I'd do a video on how to make new friends in your late 20s and in your early 30s because, like I said, I absolutely love it. And I think they're just a few tips that I've used that you can use as well, that you can incorporate into the things that you've been doing already, or you can completely steal all the tips that I'm going to share with you. Before I start, I will say I'm not like this friendship expert, guys. I have had my fair share of like bad experiences and good experiences, but I'm just really grateful that I didn't allow like the bad experiences to completely like deter me from making new friends. At one point in my life, I was like, yeah, like I don't want to make new friends. Like I know the people I have and that is it, I'm going to stick to it. But I would have lost out on so many amazing friendships that I have right now. So this is why I am such a big advocate for this topic. And I just want to share with you some of the things that I have learned. And yeah, hopefully this helps with making new friends in your 20s or your 30s. Let's just get straight into it. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, there are a few things that I just want to point out. First and foremost, the way you make friendships will change over time. Like, you know, when you're in primary school, secondary school, college, and even uni, everyone is doing life at the same time. But as you start to go into your like mid-20s, late 20s and early 30s, life changed drastically for everyone. I have friends who are married, friends who like live on other sides of the world, friends who are just like, you know, building businesses, friends that are doing so much. So it's hard to just stay aligned. It's hard to make those friendships. Basically, it's harder. It's not as easy as it once was in school or in college or uni. And so I can understand why people find it hard, but there are still ways to make new friends. And that leads me to point number 2. As life is changing for everyone, you yourself are also changing. And one thing that I found really hard is when I was friends who still saw me as like, I don't know, Shakari 2.0, and I'm like, no babe, I've changed so much. And you know, as you're growing up, your values change, like your mindset changes, you want different things, and it is hard. And I feel like it does cause a bit of friction when, you know, people in the friendships that you have still see you the way you used to be. I hope that makes sense, which is why I am such a big advocate again for new friendship, because I feel like, not to say like you're a bad person before, but you can bring like this new and improved version into these new friendships. You can bring all the new things that you've learned. You can bring all your new habits and your new improved way of thinking. And also you can make friendships with people who are more aligned to your current self and your future self. That is one of the reasons why I absolutely love making friendships as an adult. Now let's get into the tips you can actually use to get those friends. So the first tip I would say is to look for the qualities that you admire. The qualities that I desire or that I admire or that I want in my new friendships are completely different to what I wanted when I was like 15, 20 years old. My values, my principles, my morals, not that they've changed, but like there's certain things that I value in people. I want people who are confident, who are positive. I want people who are joyful. I appreciate people who, you know, have a relationship with God. I really want people who don't take life too seriously, people who are encouraging, people who are kind, not nice, people who are genuinely kind. Like, you will see that these play a big part of, you know, your friendship to come. Make sure you start looking for the qualities that you want first. Before I try and engage with anyone, before I try and make anyone my friend, I really almost study them. I like assess, okay, is this someone that I would want to be my friend based on how they are now? Like, okay, do they like to do the same things I like to do? Are they nice? Are they kind? Like, how do they treat their other friendships? What's important to them? Is it the same thing that's important to me? This first point is basically like doing an assessment. Like, can they be my friend, and do I want to pursue a friendship with them? That is the first tip. Look for the qualities that you admire in someone. Really take some time to assess. Like, don't jump into it. Assess the values that you really want in a friendship, and then let's move on to point number 2. Okay, so the second thing I would say is to be proactive. Like, you're not just gonna get friends just walk to you up on the street and be like, oh hey, let's be friends. Actually, like, you might. I'm not saying that that's impossible, you might, but I would say, because we're a bit older now and people aren't as, you know, outgoing as they used to be, I would say be proactive. So yes, reach out to people like via socials. I've made so many friends through socials, absolutely love it. Don't be weird. I'm not saying like hound people or stalk people, like don't be weird, but you know what I mean? Like, you can see someone on socials, you can see like, oh, I like to do the same thing this person likes to do, or we have this thing in common, and you can just like follow each other, reach out, message, and then that can spark a friendship eventually. Another thing I would say is go to places that have the interest of the friends that you would like to have. Does that make sense? Like, for instance, with me, I absolutely love to play tennis, and I actually have a friend who we became friends off the back of tennis. Like, that is crazy, but it's so true. Like, go to these places where, you know, you can bond with people who have similar interests to you, and I'm sure one way or another you will be able to like spot someone that you could potentially become friends with. Another thing I would say is sometimes you actually have friends who are in your mutual friend circle. So I've made friends with people who are friends of my friends, but I've just never spoken to them on a level before. But there's been times where maybe we've gone for a games night, we've gone for a barbecue, and I'm like, I've got the chance to speak to them, and I'm like, you know what, I actually think we would be really, really good friends. So be proactive, like reach out to people, go to places that have interests that you'd like to take up. One way I've been proactive is by following someone that I really admire on Instagram. Like, I see their page and I'm like, you know what, we have a few things in common. I really like them as a person. I've done the first step I've said, which is assess, admire, see if the values align with yours, and then I've been proactive and then reached out. So I don't know, I could have given them a follow and then, you know, interact with a couple of posts. Don't just like jump the gun, and then I don't know, I could jump in their DMs and be like, we can meet for a coffee. If they don't respond, great. If they do, that's fine as well. But normally you'll be able to kind of gauge if this is someone that's going to be your person. And so then when you actually be proactive and reach out, 9 times out of 10 you're not really going to be faced with that much rejection, based on my experience or based on my own experiences. But yeah, I would say if you do the first step properly, then the second step shouldn't be that hard. Let's move on to the next one. The next tip is my absolute favorite. Tip number 3 is to find the secret thread. And the secret thread is just a concept that describes the thing that you discover that links you together. And I believe every single person in the world has this. And the quicker you can get to that secret thread is the quicker that you can build your friendship. Because at the beginning of each friendship is a bit surface level. You know, you're not really talking about like deep things. You're just like, oh, how's work? Work's good. Do you like blue? I like blue. Whatever. But once you find that secret thread, like the thing that you know links you together, for instance, you went to the same school, or you speak the same language, or you like to do the same activity. Once you find that secret thread, I promise you, it just takes the friendship to just acquaintances to like next level friendship. It has always worked for me. There is always something that will tie you together. So I honestly would say the quicker you get to this, the quicker you can build your friendship. Absolutely love it. And I guess you can just do this by asking questions, you know, just talking a bit more by yourself. I know it is hard when you've just made a new friend. You're not trying to divulge all your information, but I promise you there is something that will link you together. I remember when I found out one of my now friends, we went to the same boarding school in Nigeria, and we were like, like that was our secret friend. And ever since then we've just like built on that. So we're like, we have so many shared experiences, so that really got the friendship solidified. And ever since then we've just built on top of that. That is something that is so unique to us. And one thing about the secret friend, some of them are so niche and some of them can be quite, you know, popular, can be quite known. But I would just say get to the secret thread as soon as you can, and I promise your friendship will take off from there. Another tip that I would say is to take your time. I know you wanna have all these friends, and I know that when you find this new person, when you find this new friendship, it's so exciting. It's just like any other relationship. Like, you've just got into it and you're so excited, you really like the person, and you're excited to find out what's to come in the relationship as well. I know, but take it from me, guys. I have rushed into friendships thinking, oh my gosh, like it's all good and all dandy, but then I have gotten hurt. So really take the time to know the person. Just like romantic relationships, everyone is putting their best foot forward at the beginning. So I would say take your time to, you know, really understand the person. Take your time to understand if your values are truly aligned. Take your time to understand, can a friendship be built? Because I don't want you to get hurt like the way I've been hurt. Over time, you will get to see the person's true colors. And I'm not saying that they're bad or anything, but I just want to give a bit of precaution to take your time so that, you know, you don't get hurt. And I'm not saying all friendships are going to be like this. Not every person is going to be bad. But if you take time to build, I feel like that gives a really nice foundation for your friendship. And it also doesn't come off like you're like desperate for this friendship. Because I feel like when people get that sense of desperation from a friendship, they're like, they kind of withdraw a bit. If someone was gagging to be my friend and they were like rushing to be my friend, ding-a-ling-a-ling, that's a sign. That's a sign for me. And I'm like, okay, let's just go slow. And I probably would withdraw, and that could have potentially been a good friendship, but because they were coming on a bit too strong, I decided to take a step back, and that could have been the end of the friendship. So I would say take your time on both sides. Take your time for your sake and for their sake. Like, just take your time. Another tip I will give you is to pray. Pray about the friendship. Pray about the fact that you even want new friendships. Like, honestly, I believe in committing all of these things into God's hands, and I promise you, whether good or bad, he will see you through. Like, I know everyone might not agree with this, but me personally, that's what I do. And I will say the times that I haven't, I've regretted it. I've completely regretted it, and I can hold my hands up. The times that I didn't pray, I just went full force into a friendship, didn't commit to God's hands, was just so gassed about the new friendship. I deeply regretted it, and I learnt my lesson, which is why now I commit all my friendships to God's hands. Like, it might not resonate with some people, but this is what I personally do, and this is what has really helped me in my more adult friendships. And I'm not saying that, oh, every relationship, every friendship that you don't commit into God's hands is gonna fail, is gonna flop, or anything like that. But I just feel like committing everything to God's hands, he can direct you, he can direct the friendship, whether it's good, whether it's bad. If it's good, okay, he can be a part of it, he can make sure it goes well. And if it's not for you, then he can direct you. He can also direct you not to go down that path. Okay, so now we've got the friendship up and running. You've been proactive, reached out and made the friend, then you found the secret thread between you guys, then you prayed about it, and you know, like, okay, this is a friendship that you're really trying to pursue and you'd really like to enjoy. Last and final tip I would give you is to make the effort to maintain the friendship. I am so tired of hearing people on the internet giving their think pieces saying, oh, I like being a low maintenance friend. I like being in a low maintenance friendship. Oh, I prefer low maintenance friendship. Like, I hate hearing all of that. If you want good friends, you have to be a good friend. And in this day and age, you have to be intentional about keeping these friendships. Same way, there's no way you could just leave a flower in your house and not give it water and food and not nourish it and not nurture it. There's no way you're not going to nourish or nurture a friendship and expect it to like grow and blossom into this beautiful thing that you see other people having. I really hate that discourse, I'm not going to lie to you. But what I would say is maintain the friendship. Like, do what you can to maintain the friendship. Be intentional, drop the pride. If they haven't reached out, you can reach out. Do your best to stay connected and reciprocate. Hey, gosh, English. Reciprocate the effort that they put in. If someone's really making an effort to talk to you, to spend time with you, like, reciprocate the effort. Don't say like, oh, you're a low maintenance friend, so you can't be bothered for all that. If someone calls you, you call them back. If someone texts you, you text back. It's not really that hard. I do honestly believe that we are making it harder for ourselves. Okay, yes, we are becoming adults, and yes, life is life, but we do really need a community. So all these people that are all about low maintenance friendships, I really want it to be bad, but I don't know. Let's see where we're all at in 10 years. I am a firm believer in investing in things that are important to me, which are my friendships, which are my relationships, and which are my community that I've built. I absolutely love the new friendships that I've made. Absolutely. They see me for who I am. They love me. They understand me. And I'm not saying that my old friends don't, but I just know exactly what I need from a friend now, and I know what I need from a friend. I think I'm understanding better what to give friends, and it has just been amazing. Like, I absolutely love it, and I want it for everyone else, which is why I just implore all of us to try and follow these steps, and hopefully you'll get some amazing friendships out of them. Oh gosh, absolutely love my new friendships. If any of my old friends are watching this, please guys, I love you too. There's no way that I would still be friends with you if I didn't, just to clear that up. But yeah guys, I hope you really liked this video. I hope everything I said makes sense, and I hope that you can actually apply some of these tips to what you're doing already, or you can just take some of them on board to help you make friends as an adult. Make sure you like this video if you enjoyed it. Comment down below anything else that you would like to add, anything that I might have missed. These are just my experiences of making friends as an adult, and I hope that they help you. But I also know that we are a community, so please put down any additional advice in the comments. And yeah guys, if you're not subscribed, I really don't know why. Like, please subscribe. And yeah guys, I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys.